Hey guys, it's Marshall Ting with your Superior Ag Insurance Ringside Report for this past week, the week of September 17th through the 23rd. So we have been busy across the state of Kentucky as far as your auction barns and markets are concerned. We've sold 23,132 head of cattle. Now, if you compare that to this time last week, we're down about 5,000 head. But if you compare it to this time a year ago, we're up 7,000 head. So that's a huge difference. Now, what are we seeing as far as these cattle coming through the barn? Well, you're seeing a whole lot of balling calves, a whole lot of lightweight type cattle, and you might be seeing just a little bit more plainer type cattle than what we're used to seeing. Now, what's that doing to the market? Well, just basic supply and demand as we fix to come into fall here in these weather changes. You're seeing a little bit of spottiness, unevenness, and some really hard buyer selectivity on these cattle. So we're going to call these cattle anywhere from $4 lower to $6 higher across the board on your steers and heifers. Now, like I said before, your highs are staying right there. Your averages are staying right there where we're used to seeing. You may see a few dollars higher on the top side, but you're seeing a bigger decrease on the bottom side of this deal. Like I said, these little fleshy balling type cattle are really, really hard to sell when we know sickness and fall is right around the corner. So what are they worth? Your full-weight steer cattle, you can call them 270 as an average. That's about the same as what they were this time last week. 301 is going to be your top on those. Now, your 5-weight steer cattle, I'm going to call them about 255 to 260 as an average. They topped off at 297.5, so right behind those 4-weight steer cattle, and that's good. Now, let's talk about these yearlings. In my opinion, your yearlings as a whole was probably going to be back just a little bit this week. We saw a whole lot of cattle still trading in that 240 to 243, 245 mark, but we did see some really, really high highs that just about contradict what I just said. So just check these out. So several of these groups traded way over the CME feeder cattle index, which is really good for right here in the Bluegrass State. Far, far, far away from where the feed yards are. So let's talk about what these yearlings did. Here's 63 head of blacks. These are going to be just under the 8-weight mark, 791 on the average on these. These are all black steers, 256 and a quarter. Then go up here to your 8-weights, your actual 8-weights. Here's 60 head of black steers. These are going to be 811 pounds on the average, 255.70. Then go a hair heavier. Here's 62 head of these. These are black steers as well, 836 pounds on the average, 255 flat. And then cross out and finish out on your heavier side of your 8s. Here's 60 head of black steers, 875 pounds on the average, 242 and a quarter. So that just goes to show you what's going on the difference. Now, what's your CME feeder cattle index do? Well, it's pretty much steady. You saw a little bit of an influx in it, but not too bad. So Monday the 18th, CME feeder cattle index was 252.87. Tuesday the 19th, 253.42. Wednesday the 20th, 254.09. So we went up just a tick. Thursday the 21st, 253.22. And then we closed out the week on a high at Friday the 22nd at 254.06. So that's what's going on in your feeder cattle market, your CME feeder cattle index. If you have any questions on this or you're interested in an LRP policy, there's no better time than right now to invest in an LRP policy. Call the guys. Call Ian Thomas at 859-613-2453 or call Adam Shoemaker at 859-338-4116 or check them out on the web, www.superioragins.com. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.